What is up, y'all? It's your boy Cobb, aka Double Flamingo, aka the GOAT, and aka I'm kind of sick right now, so my voice might sound a little scratchy and my energy might be a little lower, so hopefully it clears up by the time that I play my Week 6 game, which is going to be uploaded this Sunday at noon. Don't forget to watch Sunday at noon, hit the bell if you haven't already. But speaking of Week 6, the previous 5 weeks haven't really gone the best for me. I've been performing under expectation because of, I feel like, team building issues. I'm 2-3 with a -3 differential, which is putting me at 9th seed right now out of 16, and I want to do better than that. So I've decided to make a couple changes to my team. First change, Mega Swampert. Mega Swampert is he's really strong. He's got big muscly arms. Like that's Glenn Quagmire right there. But as I brought him throughout my games, I feel like I can do better. Basket Legion, really powerful mom with adaptability and Swift Swim, also getting rid of him and her and both of them because, you know, I don't discriminate based on gender. Ludicolo, the mascot, the freaking GOAT who's gotten the most kills out of all my Swift Swimmers. Ludicolo, unfortunately, is also going to leave the team. Overquill, who I brought Week 1 to get final gambited by Veluza and die, which, you know, props to Overquill for being the only mom that game to get a kill. Overquill's also gone. Next up, Fullbeat and Wordier, both of whom have not showed up to any battles yet, and worth like a combined total of like 5 points. They're both gone. I don't need either of them. And you know, if you're paying attention, you know there's a trend here. I've gotten rid of Rain Abuser 1, Rain Abuser 2, Rain Abuser 3, Rain Abuser 4, Rain Setter, and just general shit, man. I don't know why I drafted him in the first place. So, Pelipper, unfortunately, even with your cool little hat, even with your cool little backpack, actually gonna be staying. I think I'm gonna keep Pelipper. I think Pelipper's pretty cool. I like that mon. He still gets defog, he still gets roost, he still gets knockoff, he still gets scald. Like he's a Pelipper. But freeing up all this market space, all this cap space, I have room to draft another 5 mons. Which I'm well within my rights to because the free agency closes at the end of this week. So first mon that I drafted, Mega Altaria. Next up, Tyrantrum. Then Porygon Z, Torracat, and the GOAT, Hoopa Unbound. And let me go into why I drafted each of these guys. So let's get into it. Hoopa Unbound, very, like look at these stats. He's got 160 base attack, 170 base special attack, like surprisingly decent bulk. It's just, I want to smash things Oonga Boonga with big attack, and also like its move pool is really good. It can set up with Calm Mind, it can set up with Nasty Plot. It can knock things off of its 160 base attack, which will just kill things even if they're resists. Well, maybe not resist, but neutrals, because it's a freaking insanely powerful move. Fighting coverage, grass coverage, Gong Shot to hit fairies. Its only real weakness is that it's weak to U-turn, but that's a really mitigatable factor, especially like I can slap a scarf on this bad boy with my base 80 speed, do like a Golden Go impression, trick it away, or just fire off like insanely high boosted knockoffs and other moves like that. Hoopa Unbound is a mon that I've been wanting to try for a while. My Delphox that I picked up in my other league is somewhat similar to Hoopa but lacks the same firepower. I'm gonna have more on that league in like a month. But Hoopa seems really fun, seems really cool, and I like having him. Porygon Z. Oh, you have no moveset. Let's make sure this is in that next draft. That would be a mistake if I didn't do that. Okay. Am I missing any moves on Hoopa? They got Nadex away. Fucking toxic. It gets toxic. Yippee. Porygon Z. So Porygon Z with these stats, base 90 speed, 135 special attack. It's just, I would have picked up Porygon 2 because I like the bulkier style, but Porygon Z, like, come on. I can be friggin' double dance with agility plus nasty plot, and then have like hit everything in the game with adaptability, tri attack plus dark pulse. And then if I want to, I can also just forego all of that and then run like a choice item with like bolt beam coverage. It gets ice beam, it gets thunderbolt, it gets tri attack, which is an insanely good ability or insanely good move with adaptability. And download is also kind of useful in case I'm going against someone who has, I don't know, any mon that it would get a special attack boost against. Suddenly I can switch on my moves and I have a specs boost. Like, download's insanely good. Porygon-Z is insanely good, and I like having him. I wish Z moves were unbanned, because Z conversion 2, that's my shit. I used to, back in the battle tree in Sun and Moon, I used this mon all the time, and it got me to a streak of like 50. Really, really useful mon, really nostalgic mon. He's fun, I like having him. Next up, we got Mega Altaria. Pixelate, Dragon Fairy typing, really good. After getting basically swept by Regidrago, I would like to have a Fairy type. I think that would be good for my team. This also sort of fixes the Regidrago issue if we were to rematch, because I have actual special defense on this. But yeah, really well-rounded stats, and the move pool's like surprisingly good. It gets Defog, it gets obviously like Draco, Dragon Dance. It's normal coverage moves. You get Earthquake, you get Return because it's Nat Dex, and Return boosted by Pixelate goes to like 132 power, which is really, really strong. And it also gets utility moves, like it gets Will-O-Wisp, because Altaria in in Sword, I'm saying all the wrong games. In Scarlet and Violet, it gets Will-O-Wisp, so that goes retroactively to Mega Altaria. So it's a really useful, like, even if I'm just using this as a support mon, it's pretty good. It's pretty fire. I think he's cool. I think she's cool, and I want to use her. So Mega Altaria. That's gonna be a common trend with all these mons, by the way. Is Rain is. I understand that I'm making my team just straight up worse, but I'm making my team more versatile, and I'm making my team have more mons that I like. I didn't draft Rain because I enjoyed playing Rain. I wanted to see if I can make the gimmick work, and I think Rain is kind of bad in draft. I think I drafted poorly. If you centralize around a weather team, it's usually gonna go bad. But I think I'm gonna make another video about this in the future, so look out for that. But that's Mega Altaria. Next up, Tyrantrum. So I really, really wanted Hisuian Arcanine, but someone already has him, and I figure, well, you know, we have Rockhead Head Smash at home. More attack than Hisuian Arcanine, I believe. I'm gonna double check this. Yeah, 115 on Hisuian Arcanine versus 121 on Tyrantrum. And Tyrantrum gets Dragon Dance, which is a niche that it has. I watched like a False Light game video on the history of Tyrantrum, so if I want to slap an Assault Vest on this like I used to do in like, I want to say like Gen 7 RU, I can do that and just like be tanky and stick around because of my surprisingly like decent typing. It has a good amount of weaknesses, but it's surprisingly decent. Or I could just choice this like you do with an Arcanine. I can run Rock Polish. I get decent utility options with Tyrantrum. It's just, I bring it on a week where I can just bring it in and head smash everything, and I think that's a good move. So yeah, that's Tyrantrum. And last on my team is Torracat. So I like Incineroar. Incineroar is like arguably one of my favorite Pokemon. I'm a big pro wrestling fan, shout out the shirt. But it's taken, and Torracat is available for 1 point. And Torracat, when you compare it to Incineroar, let's put in its dad right here. Base 60 speed, base 90 speed. The bulk is insanely different. Like, Torracat with Eviolite doesn't even come close to Incineroar's bulk. And it can't run boots if it's running Eviolite. But still gets Intimidate. And it still has a good utility move pool. It gets Parting Shot still. It gets Will-O-Wisp. It gets Taunt. It gets Toxic. It can U-turn out if I'm trying to do damage. It's just, for a 1-pointer, it's a mon that I might bring on some weeks where I'm kind of weak to the physical attackers on the opposing team. So Torracat could be useful. I'm not 100% certain I'm going to bring it, like ever, but I like him. He's just a good little cat, and he's still on all fours, unlike Incineroar, but Incineroar is also cool. So yeah, that is my changes to my team. My match this week is against the Straw Hat Slowkings, One Piece reference, coached by Lucas Korn. So look out for that this coming Sunday. Yeah, have a great day, y'all. Adios.